NFL. And we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Colts and the Bears. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them out to the #1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Williams on the play action. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Swift. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's second down coming up. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Within 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run it with Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With his mindset, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 17. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
From the 43. Got his target. It's Granson. And they get this down to the 28. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Option give to Taylor. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. All right, set now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Valus Jones now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He's got a gain of 6 there. Play made by E.J. Speed. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Colts will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down. Throwing now, Richardson. That's caught for the first. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw here from Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. This one taken in by Granson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Richardson. Flush down now to his left. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 13-0 lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Running behind center with Swift. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it. If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Richardson. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Whistles sound as the defense decides to call a timeout. 2nd down carry for Taylor. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Richardson back to throw. Completes this one to Granson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go now.
Now Richardson to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Colts gonna kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They have it on 2nd and short. From the 28. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Finds him on the crossing route. He's got room to roam here. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. This is Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears make it a one-score game in the first half. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bears 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Richardson now. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Fits him. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, okay, this is one of those circumstances where you got to play it all the way through the whistle, right? Didn't look good defensively. Give up a big chunk passing play, but then you turn around and one hit totally changes the moment. You get the ball back and you turn the mojo in this building around.
The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, so just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. On first down, it's Richardson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down.
He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Short pass caught by his tight end. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and goal, here's Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing from the gun here. He rolls to his right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They're going Taylor. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Here come the Bears back out on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Here's Swift on second down. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Play made by E.J. Speed. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Working from the gun, Williams. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams on the play action. That throw finds Komet. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Off the play fake, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They go play action here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he'll get it up to the 44. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense. Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Changing things up, they're gonna throw now. Has his man, it's Swift. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. It's 3rd and 8, need to get a chunk here. Now here's Williams. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd down's critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Carney's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They'll send him over right. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he gets him around 6 there. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 34. On target to downs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And the Bears showing dive for this 3rd down play. From the gun, Taylor. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The Bears decide to call their first time out. Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Bears returning their offense and this running back to the field. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Has his man, it's a Odunze. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Couldn't connect there, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. To throw, Williams. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. 2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun. It's Richardson. Got his target. It's Granson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's got Pierce. And they bring him down around the 34. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll throw again, Richardson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's able to get this down to the 13. We're to the halfway point from Indianapolis with the Colts out in front at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. J.J. McCarthy has thrown a touchdown pass. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor now up the middle. Breaks the tackle, shakes off the defender, and it's a foot race. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Okay, you hear me in my talk back all the time with our producer saying, hey, circle that play. Hey, you just never know. You just never know in this league, in these games that are so close, which can be the play that really sparks the turnaround. And defensively, you needed to get off the field. Defensively, you wanted to give the ball back to your offense in a one-score game, and that 3rd down sack, well, it just did it.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pass caught by Adunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Williams to throw on first. This finds Everett complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down. Here's Williams. Completed here to Komet. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Komet brings it in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Going to run again with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Out of the pistol, Williams. He's on the move. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears grab the lead on their first series of the half. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Richardson to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Finds his man, Downs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's going to keep it this time. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st down throw here from Richardson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39. A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 3rd quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. This pass caught by Allen. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running with Swift out of the gun. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. So now here's 3rd and 5. Williams to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Running right, this is Taylor. Broke through the tackle. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. This one taken in by Granson. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw by Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Throw caught by his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On now comes their punter. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Colts ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Check, Panther.
Option give to Taylor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Three quarters in the books from this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams from the gun. That throw finds Komet. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He has the first over the middle. 30. The 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find payday.
And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Well, 2 left on the table there. Forget the goal line, Brock. They barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, to me right there, Kate, that's a sign this defense did their homework, studied their tendencies. Yet no way that running back was going to get that one in, not with that force of the defense coming at him.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. On first down, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Now a toss play, Taylor. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one finds Taylor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's 2nd and 14. He's got a man left. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready, go!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
No, no!
He's going left on the option. Oh, he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Headed out right. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw is Willie. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. Richardson now on 1st and 10.